What's going on, movie fans? My name is Michael Weer. I love talking about movies, and it's hard to believe it, but we have made it to the 11th month of 2025. November of 2025 is here, and at the beginning of every month on this channel, what I like to say is that with a brand new month comes a brand new slate of movies, and that's what we're talking about here today. We're going to talk about all of the brand new upcoming movie releases for November of 2025. Now, these movies, of course, are the ones that are on my personal radar, the ones that I plan on seeing on opening day, but you know, there's so many movies that come out every month, whether they're in limited release or they're going to theaters or streaming. So there might be something that I left off of this list. Maybe I'm just unaware of it. So if there's a movie that I don't talk about here today and you're excited about it, well, throw that movie in the comment section down below. Last month, a commenter told me about the movie Pumpkinhead by R.L. Stine that was coming out. I had no idea that movie was coming out when I made that video, but I did take time to watch that movie that month and I had a really fun time with it. So again, if you've got a movie recommendation that's releasing in November that I don't talk about, leave that in the comment section down below. And finally, guys, before getting into the video, if this is the first time you found my channel, well, I would love for you guys to hit that subscribe button. Check out all the different content that I have. Whether you like movie reviews, Blu-ray talk, or even ranked list videos, I've got a little bit of everything on my channel, and I'd love for you guys to check it out. All right, let's get into November of 2025 brand new movie releases.
Here we go.
That is one big pile of shit.
No, I shot him. Bullets in the fall killed him.
On November 7th, the first weekend of the month, we have 3 brand new movies coming out. The first one is called Die, My Love. This movie stars both Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson, and is a film about the two of them being in a relationship as Jennifer Lawrence's character slowly slips into madness. I watched the trailer for this, and it looks like a really fun thriller, so I definitely plan on checking this out on opening weekend. The next movie coming out on November 7th is going directly to Netflix, and it is Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. Now, this is a movie that I actually already had the chance to see because this had a limited release in theaters last month. So I went and saw this on the big screen, and I'm so glad that I did because this film is so visually impressive. The movie also has a stacked cast with Oscar Isaac, Mia Goth, and Jacob Elordi as the monster, and I thought they all did a great job. This movie is one you do not want to miss, and since it's going directly to Netflix, well, you can check it out from the comfort of your own home. I also already did a review for this movie, so if you're looking for more of my thoughts on this film already, well, you can check that out anytime that you want. It's on my channel already. And the final movie coming out on November 7th is actually on my top 10 most anticipated movies list of 2025, and it is Predator: Badlands. Now, Predator: Badlands is a movie I've been looking forward to for a long time, ever since it was announced that the director Dan Trachtenberg would be coming back. Of course, he directed the movie Prey, and he directed the Predator animated film Predator: Killer of Killers that came out earlier this year. I had a great time with both of those films. I think that this director knows what he's doing with the Predator, so I'm really looking forward to Predator: Badlands. I'm definitely going to check it out on opening weekend. That leads us to November 14th, the second weekend of the month and the most jam-packed weekend of the month, because this weekend has 6 brand new films coming out. It's going to be a weekend where I'm scrambling to try and see everything that I want to see, and the first one we're going to talk about is A Very Jonas Christmas. This movie, of course, follows the Jonas Brothers as they try to make their way from London to New York in time for Christmas. Is it gonna be a silly, family-friendly film? Absolutely it is, but I'm sure me and my kids will have a great time with it. Switching gears completely, the next film coming out on November 14th is a biblical horror film starring Nicolas Cage called The Carpenter's Son, where Nicolas Cage plays Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus. I don't think there could be more of a contrast between the Jonas Brothers Christmas film and Nicolas Cage as the earthly father of Jesus in a horror film called The Carpenter's Son. Now, while I've heard that The Carpenter's Son is going to anger a lot of people, I do plan on checking it out on opening weekend. Something about an unhinged Nicolas Cage in the Bible just sounds like fun to me. So The Carpenter's Son comes out on November 14th. And the third movie coming out on November 14th is actually a third entry into a franchise, and it is Now You See Me, Now You Don't. This film will bring back the original phenomenal cast of Jesse Eisenberg, Dave Franco, Isla Fisher, and Woody Harrelson, the magicians who can do real magic. And they will be led once again by Morgan Freeman as they're going to do a new heist. But this movie will also introduce another group of young magicians. These are up and coming magicians who can also do real magic, and both groups will have to get together and do this heist together. I remember really enjoying the first movie, but the second movie I wasn't a big fan of, so I'm hoping this is a return to form for the franchise and this spawns more Now You See Me movies, because there's something fun about watching magicians do real magic and perform heists throughout the film. And the next movie coming out on November 14th is a horror film that I absolutely have to see on opening weekend, and it is Keeper. Keeper is directed by Osgood Perkins, who's given us films like The Monkey and Lawn Legs recently, and this film is about a couple named Malcolm and Liz who go to a secluded cabin in the woods, and then when things start to get crazy, Malcolm unexpectedly leaves, and Liz is left to deal with this very sinister force that's in the cabin all by herself. And the trailers look really trippy for this film. I'm hoping it's a great time. I will definitely be checking out Keeper on November 14th. And the next movie coming out on November 14th is an action-adventure film called Trap House. This film stars Dave Bautista, and he, along with his partner in this film, are both undercover DEA agents when they uncover a plot by their own teenage children to use intelligence tactics to steal from a very dangerous cartel. And honestly, the idea that this is a fun action-adventure film probably will break up all of the horror movies that are coming out on November 14th, so I'm looking forward to checking out Trap House. And the final movie coming out on November 14th, the movie that I'm most looking forward to out of all 6 of these films, is another film from my top 10 most anticipated movies list of 2025, and it is Edgar Wright's The Running Man. The Running Man is being remade. This time around, Glenn Powell is the Running Man. He signs up for this futuristic game where he can be hunted for 30 days, tons of people coming after him trying to kill him, but if he can survive, well, he can give such a better life to his family because of all the fame, glory, and money that he can win. When I first heard that Edgar Wright was going to be directing this film and Glenn Powell was attached as the main star of this film, I got very excited about it. That's why it initially went on my top 10 most anticipated movies list of 2025, but after seeing the trailers for this movie, it looks like an action-packed good time, and I can't wait to see The Running Man. That leads us to the third weekend of the month, November 21st, where we have 2 more films coming out, and while this weekend is a lot lighter as far as quantity of films hitting the theater, this might be one of the busiest theater weekends of the year because the first movie coming out is Wicked for Good. This is of course part 2 to the Wicked franchise, and I actually have to be honest with you guys, I've never seen Wicked Part 1. I completely skipped it last year. Musicals just aren't really my thing, although Jeff Goldblum is in it, and that does intrigue me, like what is his part in this movie? So I actually haven't seen the first Wicked movie. I don't know if I'll be checking out part 2. I guess if I have time to watch Wicked Part 1, maybe I'll go check out Wicked for Good when it comes out on November 21st. And the second movie coming out on November 21st is also a sequel. This time it's got a little bit less press attached to it, but it's an action movie that I'm looking forward to, and it's called Sisu: Road to Revenge. This film, of course, follows up after the events of the first Sisu movie, where you've got this man at the end of World War II near Nazi Germany who has just found a bunch of gold, and the Nazis won't leave him alone. They steal his gold, leave him for dead, and he goes on a quest for vengeance and kills all of the Nazis just to get his gold back. And again, this movie will continue with that same character at around the same time, so I don't know if people are messing with him again or if he's just going on a road to revenge, but the trailer looks brutal, it looks bloody, and I'm looking forward to a bloody action flick at the theaters on November 21st. And that leads us to the final weekend of the month. This weekend will also include the Thanksgiving holiday, so the weekend actually opens up on Wednesday, November 26th. There are 4 brand new movies coming out. The first one is fun for the whole family, and it is Zootopia 2. My kids absolutely absolutely adore the original Zootopia film. They love quoting that sloth who talks very slowly and laughs very slowly. So I'm sure I'll be packing up the kids and we'll be going on Thanksgiving weekend to see Zootopia 2. The next movie coming out on November 26th is called Eternity. This is a rom-com that stars both Elizabeth Olsen and Miles Teller. And in this film, when you die, you go to the afterlife where you have 1 week to decide who you are going to spend the rest of eternity with, who your true soulmate really is. And while it seems like a no-brainer at first that the two of these people who loved each other their entire lives grew old together, that they would link up in eternity and spend the rest of eternity together, well, there's a little bit of a catch because this is a rom-com, because the first love interest in the character played by Elizabeth Olsen's life shows up in the afterlife waiting for her all this time. Turns out he was a very young man that died in a war, and so they never had a life together, and now she has to decide if she wants to spend her eternity with her first true love or with the man she loved and actually grew old with. It's a very corny concept. It is a rom-com. I'm not expecting a ton out of this movie, but the trailer did it for me. I'm a big fan of both Elizabeth Olsen and Miles Teller, so I'll be checking this movie out. The next movie coming out on November 26th has a ton of Oscar buzz around it, and it's called Hamnet. This film is about William Shakespeare and his wife Agnes celebrating the birth of their son Hamnet, who then tragically dies, and that death will inspire William Shakespeare to write his masterpiece, Hamlet. Now, I don't know much about this movie. I haven't even seen a trailer for it. I just read the synopsis online, and that was all I needed. I'm hoping this is a really fun time. Are you guys excited about Hamnet? And the final movie coming out on November 26th in limited release in theaters is called Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery. This will be the third entry into the Knives Out franchise, a franchise that I love the first installment of. I didn't love the second movie, but I still had a fun time with it, but I'm really looking forward to this third installment. There's going to be a little bit of a horror element in this murder mystery, and it'll be fun watching Daniel Craig come back as that Southern detective who can detect who's lying and who murdered who. Now, this movie is a limited release, and so if it's not playing near you, it will have a full release on Netflix just a couple of weeks later, but I wanted to include it in this list because I'm hoping to check it out in theaters on opening weekend. And guys, those are all the brand new movies coming out in November of 2025. Are you excited about any of these movies? If you are, let me know in the comment section down below. And don't forget to leave any other movies that I might have left off of this list in that comment section as well. Let me know why you're excited about them and why I should check them out. And finally, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button because it helps the video, it helps the channel, and it helps me right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright guys, we got to the end of my November 2025 brand new movie release video. I always have such a great time making these videos, telling you guys about my anticipation for these movies, and of course all month long I'll be dropping quick reactions and movie reviews for the films we just talked about. But until then, if you want to check out any of the other content on my channel, well, I've got my best and worst movies of 2025 right there, and I've got all of my 2025 movie reviews right there.